Hello, hello, and welcome to COTA Round 10, Tier 1. Today it's me, Martin, joined by...
Deckard. Or me, Deckard.
We're in for a thrilling race weekend as we have a sprint race, 10 laps around the Circuit Americas, before we go for the main feature race of 28 laps around this glorious track. ...20 turns around COTA. And expect a high downforce sort of track.
Turn 1 is going to be interesting. No, not turn 1, sector 1. Oops, it is.
...15 drivers today. We'll see you can go through the technical section of sector 1. Sector 2, where it's all about how fast can you do, in Sector 3 with the long swooping corners back onto the start-finish line. Charles Leclerc IRL holds the fastest lap right now here at a 1:36.169, set in 2019. As things stand, Your championship win. The championship order is Balaj on 135 points, Housley in P2 on 121, Fox Johnson and Hamadir both on 85 points, Caspers in P5 with 67, Piper P6 with 59. The constructors is Williams with a stonking 234 points, McLaren in second place on 155, Aston Martin 125 points in P3, Alpine P4 with 121. The guys who have been on the podium the most is Balaj and Housley, both hitting 5 podiums.
That's impressive.
If this was the full race, I believe if Balaj wins it all, and if Balaj wins everything and Housley is, I've got to do some maths here, a bit of maths. Housley is currently 14 points behind. If Balaj gets the Grand Slam done, or at least wins both sprint and feature race, he would score a total of 33 points. 33 plus 14.
That is 47.
47. And if Housley finishes P2 in both of them, I believe Housley is still on for winning the championship in Brazil. If he can win. If Balaj puts in a stonking performance, it looks like there's a spun Ferrari further back there. But we're following Balaj as he takes us through Sector 1 now. This is all about how much speed can you take through this winding section. Very tricky and technical. And he wraps it around now into the late braking left hand. He's the first car on the track. So he's setting them purple sectors alight.
I just want to add it was Hawkins that spun last turn.
Ah. But Housley can also take points in the sprint, Monk. So what if Housley takes home any points in the sprint, how does that change things? But here we have Balaj now through the DRS section, the very long DRS section into the tight braking point. Really maximising how much corner you can take there. Now this is where a lot of time can be made and lost. This third sector, very tricky and technical. So many different lines you can take around here. I'm expecting a few spins on this corner in particular. Very nasty corner for some drivers. As Balaj now coming over towards the final corner, turn 20, and then it'll be a quick drive to the start-finish line. Balaj is going to be setting the time to beat of a 1:32. Next up is going to be Nick Mangano, a little bit off the pace.
I think it's Davies and Bielan and then Housley behind. Max half a second off Balaj. As I think. Oh no. No, Hawkins won it last turn again. That's unfortunate, as I wonder why. Oh god. Yeah, Casper's P2, Fox Johnson P3. Casper's only 2/10 off Balaj. Molo P4. Britain P6. All that by him. Oh, for Hawkins with a 152. That's a GG moment. Okay, but not even sprint or race and also into with 8 points. P4. Thank you for doing the math, Nick. Has anyone spotted a wild Luke Martin anywhere? I am struggling to find him. As John Surdick, as he told me in the end just before this, puts it P6 with a 133.4. It's a pretty decent lap for me. Let's see if I could go faster. Hawkins was on the lap but invalidated. Going for third lap. Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry about that. My brother came in and it's his birthday, so I was just wishing him a happy birthday.
I hope you wished him a happy birthday from all of us as well.
I did, of course. As Balazs is P1, and then it's the Mercedes in P2 and 3, Molo P4. Sverdlik, I believe is how you pronounce his name, making his debut here in Amethyst Racing today. P5, P6 even, then it's Britain P7, Nick Mangano P8, Byland in P9, and Hawkins rounds out the top 10.
Hamadir goes P6, the 133.4.
Hamadir has put a big lap in there, as we're going to switch to McKeever, and no we're not, McKeever has finished his lap by the time I was about to switch to him, and McKeever's gone P8 there. Balazs is really throwing the...
As Mangano spun turn 1, or
no.
just went wide, I'm sure, to be honest.
I am aware that the grid penalties are being applied after the sprint race.
Purple sector 2 for Hawkins.
But thank you, Shadow, for making sure I was aware. But Hawkins here, looking to put a big lap in. Hopefully a nice competitive one. And Hawkins only big enough for P8 though. Very off the pace for Hawkins. Hawkins normally right up there with the front runners. So currently it's Balazs with the two Mercs just behind him being 3,000ths apart from one another. Very, very close.
Love to see it.
How long is the pit here? I believe it's a 25-second... Hawkins did that on old softs, old used softs. So that might explain the slight lack of time.
Gap. He's exactly a second off Ballard.
Oof.
So a second from P1 to P8. That's
exactly a second as well. Makes it nice and easy to work out who's where. As Nick Mangano, who was on a lap, probably will not be improving here after that spin. Or unless he's starting his lap. So we're going to switch now. Balazs will be the first of the cars.
He validated his outlook.
I think everyone would if you're going to get a bit more heat.
I will invalidate by myself anyways, so...
So here is your current World Drivers' Championship standings leader. Coming down to turn 1. Going to swing it in. Late on the brakes. Swings it nice around though. Holds it perfect. Now it's going to be the tricky tech sector 1 here. We can expect a few cars to maybe lose the back end. Chat calling Balazs the GOAT already. And there's a slow McLaren up ahead.
It's Max. No, it's not. It's Yule.
It's Yule, reserving once again in Tier 1.
As I think Max at a purple sector 1.
So Max might be the car to watch just behind. Is Yule about to give Max a dirty little toe here?
He is indeed. A very fat toe.
So Max getting a toe from his teammate here. Meanwhile, Balazs just ahead, looking to has gone purple sector 2 though.
Can Max match it? He can't. He's 3.5 tenths up though.
3.5 tenths is quite a bit of ground still to catch on Balazs, and I think Balazs is also gaining.
Yeah, he's a tenth and a half up if I'm correct.
A little bit of a wobble there on the penultimate corner, but he's going to swing it around the final corner. And he beats his time by almost 2 tenths. And now it's going to be Housley looking to improve and maybe leapfrog a few people. Housley up into P2 with that nice big toe. But next is going to be, who's next around the track? It is going to be Hamadir? Possibly? No, it's going to be Archie Britton actually, but who's invalidated, so it will be Molo. No, it won't. It'll be Woodenberg. Woodenberg is next around the track.
No, he's on a... No, he's on a lap.
Sure?
No,
He is on a lap. Good enough for P12 for Woodenberg. And then it's going to be Molo. P5 currently. He's got, according to the telemetry, what? He's good enough for P2. And now it will be Caspers coming into the pits instead. So it will be P7 of Sudlik. Final corner now. Oh, big snap! Oh, very lucky not to lose his rear wheel there. So it'll be Fox Johnson instead goes P2. As we're seeing the track evolution at its finest. Sudlik will be very unhappy with that spin there. He was definitely on for a faster lap. Next will be McKeever.
No, he's 2.5 minutes on his time.
So possibly that was an outlap. As there's a spun Ferrari.
It was Nick.
Not Hawkins, it was Nick again. Nick having not a session to remember here, but though Hawkins now coming around the penultimate corner. He's got an Ule behind him as well.
I believe it was his outlap for Hawkins and Ule invalidated.
Ah, okay. I stand corrected. It was Hawkins' outlap.
Piper still hasn't set a lap. With a bit over 5 minutes to go.
Has he even gone out yet? Is he looking to save a second set of softs, possibly?
I think he may.
People who might be on lap. Hamadir, P6 at the moment, is lost his front wing.
Oh.
So Hamadir will not be gaining time. As it looks like, not Molo, it looks like Woodenberg has had a moment getting into the pits.
He broke his wing.
Oh no. Oh no, oh dear, oh dear. With the lone AlphaTauri, I don't believe is on a lap, but is McKeever on a lap here? He's invalidated this lap, so if he was, it isn't going to count. But Hawkins, who's currently 2 tenths, according to this, 4 tenths down on his time, just really isn't enjoying COTA. Jesus Christ. The baggage of AFJ having no father is weighing him down.
Oh my god, man.
I was not ready for that one.
I mean, he's P2, so can you really say that?
He's 2 tenths.
Yeah, he has the excuse that it is Ballage after all.
I believe McKeever now on a lap is currently up on his time by 0.03.
The thing here is, does he finish the lap and risk not getting another, or does he pit now and get another?
It depends on how much you're up, I would gather. But McKeever now entering the DRS straight. And then it will be the late braking section. The late braking section of turn 12, swings it round, then it's turn 13 and 14, the double apex corner.
Half a tenth up.
Gets a little bit of a wobble on this, might be worth keeping, it's hard to tell, half a tenth with 1 sector to go. There's plenty of time to be found in his final sector too, as other cars are coming out. Ule will be out, look to set a lap here. And then we see an Aston Martin, I believe that's Britain coming out. It is Britain coming out next. We're about to see a train of cars forming. McKeever now swings it in through the final corner. And McKeever is going to be setting a...
1:33.64.
Oh, he must have lost a lot of time in that final sector.
Believe it or not, but he almost gained half a tenth.
No, according to our telemetry, he gained
Totally...
600ths.
What?
Yep,
My
he
game
gained
told me
6 hundredths.
my game told me it was 4,000 of gaining a tenth. I feel
No,
scammed.
you have been scammed indeed.
Not the first
Rumour
time.
has it that Piper is in the bathroom emptying his bowels.
Kimi did a long time. Oh, he's finally coming out.
Piper's got 1 lap to make it count. He may never get this moment again for a week.
Yeah, next week, final 6. Yeah, Yula is the first.
Ulay will be the first car. As cars are jostling for position further back. Ulay's got a nice bit of space behind him and in front of him here to make it count. All 15 cars are on the track. As a Red Bull's gone very wide there through turn 12, Duck.
Makira letting them pass because he's on his lap.
Makiva on an in-lap here. P9 will be the best for Makiva. Others around him could challenge. Britain is almost a second off though. Britain's got to find a lot of time. Balaj, correct, Palmer, can win the championship today. But here
25-4 in the first sector.
Ulay's first sector here. It's going to be mightily important.
As a Ferrari, I think. Yeah, Forge binned it.
Forgy will
But then
not be improving.
Exit of turn 1.
Forgy, as a hydrate, has been redeemed. As Ulay now on the straight after turn 11, onto turn 12. And I've got 2 more hydrates to do. Into turn 12 now. Wraps it round.
Looks like you got a bit of a snap of oversteer at the exit.
A second snap there as well. As a Mercedes has binned it there as well in sector 1. And the Alpha Tauri of Svidlik has also binned it. So there's definitely...
They're pushing maybe a bit too hard.
Oh, I mean, it's all to play for, isn't it, now? As Ulay now coming around the final corner. Uloga, he's P10 with that time. Bumping Britain down a spot. And Britain is the next car on a lap. Let's see, has he got enough in him to leapfrog back past Ulay? He's got to find 3 temps. As another hydrate has been redeemed.
Doesn't look good.
Britain finds 2 temps, but it's not enough. I believe next up is Housley. Housley with 1 corner to go. Didn't get a tow from his teammate this time. Will he be able to? Goes P2 though. And then it's a Ferrari of Hawkins not improving. Byland goes P12. It's going to be Molo next. Molo with final corner now. Doesn't look to be up on his time. No, Molo goes and improves. And then it's going to be Fox Johnson into the pit. So it's going to be Caspers as Ballas sets the fastest lap again. And it's Caspers next. Caspers goes P2. And then it's going to be Hamadir. No, it's not. It's going to be Svidlik. And P7 currently in his debut has invalidated this. So it's going to be Piper, the man for eternal shits. Gets a little bit of a snap on the end. Only good enough for P10. And it's going to be Hamadir next. Final corner for Hamadir. He's the last car on a lap. And Hamadir, still only P6 for Hamadir. So after the qualifying, it is Balaj P1, Caspers P2, Housley P3, Molo P4, and Fox Johnson missing out big time, not being able to set a final lap there, P5.
I'll get the screenshots.
I'm already ahead of you.
Oh, there is only 15 drivers.
There are only 15, so, and there's only 14 that fit on a page.
Oh, that's... Oh. Thank you, Codemasters. I love you.
But they're in the chat.
Bro.
Where they are ready to be done, diddly done.
I'll do him now. If you'll let me. Okay.
So, Who's your prediction to win this sprint race? 10 laps around Austin, Texas. Will they manage to stop a safety car coming out today? There's enough runoffs for them to take if required. How... Potts reckons Housley.
It was a lobby restart, right? I'm not tripping. Martin?
Huh?
It was a lobby restart, right? I'm not tripping.
After the sprint race.
After the sprint race, okay.
Yes, after Nick Mangano's left. Did you tell him before?
No, it just kicked Luke out. So
Know.
I was kind of confused.
Woodenberg's rejoining.
Good, good, good.
So here we go. One formation lap to do now. Balaj leading the boys out today. Will we see a George Russell-esque moment into turn 1?
It would not surprise me. I'll tell you that much.
Will Caspers, in the Merc, George Russell someone? Housley in P3 with Molo behind him as well. The start here is going to be very important. Oh, Byron left. People left, didn't they? Because they thought the lobby restart was before the...
It's not unlikely.
So let's have a look what tyres people have chosen for this. Mediums all round. Fair enough. Understandable.
Probably the smartest choice.
The medium should last. Ah. My game crashed on first boot, so I'm hoping I got my game crash out of the way.
I hope you're not becoming the new Rory of Season 3, I'll tell you that much.
Hey, I had one game crash on boot, probably because I was all tabbed right after booting. There's a big gap between P10 and P11, but I don't know if that's AI Mangano driving, so...
I think it is. I think he's spectating AI on his car. He can't do anything.
Ah, yes. None of the boys can get in their cars yet. Yeah, you have to wait for the race to start to take control. Because the game is... shit. Code shafters. But here we go. Balaj now going to be looking to line it up. P1. Will he look to cover off the Mercedes of Caspers in P2? Balaj just straight for the box. He was eager to get in. I really hope it doesn't disqualify them. We might have to do a lobby restart. To which, if it does disqualify them, I might ask if we can do the grid penalties for the sprint race. Oh, it has just fully disqualified them, hasn't it? Great. Alright, we're going to watch this start, but we might have to lobby restart as Caspers gets a monster start on Balaj there. Caspers up to P1, Balaj to P2. Housley retains P3. Johnson gets Molo. Molo's lost a lot of places there, actually.
To look for wing damage, but as Nick, Luke, and Bylund is just in the pits, I don't know. Second. As Caspers has taken P1 from Balaj without me having paid attention to it, and Martin left me again.
No, I'm still here. I'm just trying to work out.
Okay.
It did, but it's 4 drivers. It's 3 drivers this time.
Well, oh, Max sending it on Balaj, pushing a bit wide. Will he keep the P3 at least?
Balaj now under attack from
Sorry.
Fox Johnson.
And he loses out to Fox Johnson by being pushed wide. I don't think he'll be too happy with that. What is going on with Luke, Nick, and the Bulons? Oh, Hamadir almost running into the back of Ballard.
Ballard is definitely not enjoying this.
And Serdlik sent it on the inside of Hamadir and took P5 off him.
So now it's Casper's leading Housing, Fox Johnson in P3 and Ballard in P4. Can we... I'm just trying to get the guys to... We're just trying to work out if we have a lobby restart quickly.
Oh, Fox Johnson sent it down inside on Max, pushing him wide.
Max looking to fight back
Oh,
though.
haven't you let him pass maybe, or just went wide? Because Ballard is right behind them looking for an easy pass. That was... Did Fox get some damage off from that little love tap from Max? Because Ballard is ahead of Fox Johnson now. I have been pinged.
I'm just trying to work out what is the vote, because I'd like to do it before the fourth lap is done.
Yeah, I have already voted. I hope Skalski as well did not vote.
Well, you can only vote once. Not twice.
Don't look at Skalski so much.
Okay.
I'll remove my vote then. As Yule has a 3-second penalty.
Ule does have a 3-second penalty. I believe though.
I know it's 5 votes for this.
It is 5 votes.
We need one more. Did you vote?
I voted for the restart. I'm voting for the
okay,
restart.
it's 6 votes for restart.
No, because there's no Haas driver in today.
Can't they still vote?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe?
I mean, they would be the least biased then, don't you think?
They would be the least biased, that is very true. They gain nothing from it.
Exactly. Just wasting our time.
I'm waiting.
We kind of need to make a decision now though.
I'm waiting. We need one more vote. There's no Alpine. There's no Alpine to vote, so it is.
Oh yeah.
Alpine
it's
don't have
restart.
anyone to vote, so it is a lobby restart. Red flag. I will let the boys know now. But we're going to apply the grid penalty now.
I'll go and tell Luke, and then just go around telling teams.
Okay. So we're having a lobby restart. Good old Codemasters. And now I've got to make a special lobby for this, so I'm going to give you back the music.
Welcome to your new sanctuary. Run for your fucking life. Watch out, they are coming to find you.
Warning, you're my nemesis. Warning, you're my nemesis. Warning, you're my nemesis. Warning, you're my nemesis. Nemesis, 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 nemesis. Warning, you're my nemesis. feeling, oh, you got me feeling, feeling so restless. What move should I make? So much to lose when your heart's at stake. You got me feeling, oh, you got me feeling, feeling so restless. I know what to do. Never should have trusted someone like you. You got me feeling, oh, you got me feeling, feeling so restless. There's nothing left to say. I don't wanna leave, but I know I can't stay. No, you got me feeling, oh, you got me feeling, feeling so restless. You got me feeling, oh, you got me feeling, you got me feeling, oh, you got me feeling, you got me feeling, oh, you got me feeling.
Well, we're about to get started. The boys are just readying up for us now. The grid pen is being applied now as we've had a lobby restart, and to save the boys too much time, we're going to apply it now so that everyone can go straight into the racing. 10 laps, attempt 2 around COTA. It will be. Casper's got a very strong start compared to Balaj the first time. Will he be able to replicate that? And will Housley be able to follow through like he did and get past Balaj as well? I wasn't able to focus fully on the racing due to absolute chaos happening. Well, thank you.
I'm not on. I don't have access to the Twitch account, so you're gonna have to ask my bud here, Martin.
I don't exactly. I can't do it now because we are getting ready to go racing. Boogity boogity boys, as they say in the America land.
That's what I asked you to say like a few months ago.
But the real goat is Murray Walker with the go go go.
Oh, please do that. I beg of you to do that.
I would not do that. I will not replicate the man, the myth, the legend, Murray Walker.
Why? I was in public. They said Britain said lobby broken. Only Luke. I'm so confused. What is going on?
There shouldn't be an Alpine driver here. It's 1-0 to Argentina at the moment.
Woohoo! Let's go, Luke. Oh wait, no, he wants. Never mind. I take it back. I feel bad for you, Luke.
He wants. We're waiting for players still.
Who are we waiting for? No, we're not waiting. Yes, we're. Wait, I'm so confused. I don't understand
We're
this
still
game.
waiting for the boys to get on the way. If there's an Alpine in here, I will
Get out.
I will get you to message whoever it is and yeet them out of here. We're waiting for Woodenberg. Oh no! If these game crashes again, we cannot restart the sprint race. Duck, I hope you understand.
Yeah. Don't worry. I think he also understands that. He's a surprisingly understanding 15-year-old.
Oh, fucking So the Alpine is actually the AlphaTauri. The good news for the Alpine is that there is no Alpine drivers out there.
It's fine then. It's fine.
We will not be restarting for this because he is not affecting anyone else's race. But
He just
we will
wanted
be
a better
having words
return.
with him as Woodenberg has instead decided not to go.
I think there was a collision with either Bylund or McKeever. At least I pray for that.
But here we have Balaj again doing his warm-up.
There's a big gap.
There is a
can't tell
big gap, and
It's from Sverdlik to Sverdlik to Hamsin.
no, because it's Hawkins ahead, so I have no idea what is currently going on.
Oh, he probably had a spin then. To be fair.
But he's in the wrong car, so he's going to suffer from the Alpine curse today that runs rampant within Amethyst Racing. So here you have the Alpine curse has been where the Alpine drivers... Yeah, McKeever does have a bit of a gap.
Ooh.
McKeever, lad. Bit of a gap.
Is he Irish?
I do not know. I haven't questioned that. That is probably going to be a 5-second or a 3 place though, because it's ever-longing gap as well. Whereas at least Sverdlik has caught up. Although we may have to question the choice of cars here. But here we go. Balaj now lining up. Will he look to cover off the Mercedes this time? Lines it up, bang on. Meanwhile, everyone else thinking about where they're going to position their cars.
Everyone looks kind of straight for me.
No one has gone for a super wonky angle so far. Actually, Hawkins deciding to choose differently and has gone very off tilt as Byland messes his tyres up. But here we go. We're about to go racing. The 5 lights are on. The 5 lights are out for us. The 5 lights are out for the drivers, and away we go. It's Balaj with a much better start this time. He's covered off Caspers. Caspers is hunting for it. Balaj pushing him really deep, so it's now going to be, as the Alpine is running rampant, Housley up into P2, as Caspers is all the way down into P15. He's had an absolute stinker of a start this time. So it's going to be Balaj leading Housley, Fox Johnson third, Sverdlik P4, as there was an absolute chaotic start, as Fox Johnson has gotten a time penalty for that, possibly removable. As Molo has now spun as well, and he's lost his wing.
He's missing his wing.
And Sverdlik as well has gained a 5-second penalty here. So absolute chaos at the start. Molo has a red X. Molo has left the session.
Oh my god.
But here we go, it's Balaj now leading Housley, the 2 title contenders, with Fox Johnson just behind, hunting Housley down. Sverdlik is a second behind already, as meanwhile Britton and Ule are getting into it once again. Side by side now through this section as Byland looking to make it 3 wide. For a second there it was on, but he does pull out. The 5-second penalties are definitely going to be contentious. As meanwhile, it's going to be the front 3 pulling away as Hamadir and Sverdlik are getting into a bit of a altercation here almost. And Hawkins now up into P5. Hamadir drops back down to P6. Hawkins is making his way through the field here. The Alpine, which is an AlphaTauri, parking his car, making it as wide as possible. As we're getting some thrilling racing by these guys. And there looks like a spin. Piper got a bit sideways. More than a bit sideways. Piper dropping down the order. So much so I can't even select him. As Molo is now into the pits. I think Molo might be back.
I don't know.
We won't have another restart, you are correct. As it's going to be Balaj with almost a second to Housley now. Balaj definitely has found his footing this time. Housley P2, Fox Johnson P3, and then there is almost a 3-second gap to the next car. I think possibly the 5-second penalties might be reversed. Or at least...
As Fox sends it on Max.
Fox and Max side by side, wheel to wheel action for these boys.
Round the outside.
And round the outside goes Fox Johnson like a trailer park girl.
That was a very
Meanwhile,
clean move.
Hawkins has had a moment. Hawkins spins. Hawkins has spun it. In classic 3G fashion, he's lost connection with the track and he drops down to P13.
I was very close to taking out his teammate, it looked like.
Balaj now with over a second lead over the next car. Housley in P3, Sverdluk in P4, Nick Mangano up into P5. He's having a monster drive here as McKeever has got past his teammate Byron and Casper's up into P11. Side by side actually with Woodenberg. We'll have the inside for this first corner. Woodenberg runs wide on the exit there. Possibly Hamid taking out Hawkins from chat. But meanwhile Balaj is flying.
There was some contact between McKeever and Caspers.
McKeever
They went side by side in sector 1. Oh my god!
I see
What?
Caspers has run wide there. Comes back onto the track and is now wheel to wheel. Oh, boys. Boys.
It also looked like he just pushed McKeever off.
And Sverdluk has lost 2 places here. He's chasing down both Hamadir and Nick Mangano. Nick Mangano having an absolute brilliant drive. Hamadir and Sverdluk get both past Nick Mangano though. The 3 of these absolutely battling it out. So Balaj definitely pulling away from this. It's Fox Johnson in second with a 5-second penalty, which is a contentious one for sure because he got pushed wide by the Alpine of the AlphaTauri, who is currently having to defend a racy Hamid. But Balaj setting the fastest lap again. He is lighting up COTA.
Jesus Christ, 2-second gap already.
As Sverdluk and Hamadir are battling out. Hamadir's light is already flashing. They have dropped off the back of Housley and Fox Johnson. And Nick Mangano up the inside of Hamadir. Side by side stuff. But Hamadir with the inside on the next corner. This might help Sverdluk get away a little bit. As now Britain might look to close in and he's got Ule behind him still. And then it's Hawkins behind Byland as Hamadir is right on his wheel, but Nick picks up his first 3-second penalty of the race for abusing the track limits like Chris Brown abuses women.
Oi.
But here we have... Oh! There's a spin! There's a big moment! I didn't catch it because Fox Johnson and Housley are battling it out. But the Alpine has spun with Nick Mangano
and
Hamadir all affected by that. And now Sverdluk is looking to make a move back past McKeever for P9. There's a yellow flag for Hamadir. Does Hamadir have damage? Hamadir doesn't have damage, but he's definitely had another spin moment.
Yeah, again.
And he spins again. His tyres must be cooking. Meanwhile, back at the front, Balaj stonks. If you put bets on Balaj, you are getting stonks right now. He's 2.5 seconds ahead of Fox Johnson, who is defending Housley with his heart. And then it's 9 seconds back to Archie Britton.
Ule goes... Oh, someone...
Sverdluk has spun again. As Ule looking to go around the outside. He'll have the inside for the next corner. It's side by side stuff by these boys. And Byland behind them, these 3 having a little bit of a battle here for P4 on the track. Balaj having a little race of his own, doing a mini time trial. Meanwhile, Fox Johnson is battling Housley out here. Very important for the drivers here. Housley probably will be P2 for the race start, but will the 5-second penalty get overturned for what happened is another question.
Time will tell us.
As,
Does it stand?
As it stands, he does have a 5-second, which will put him down to P3. Everyone else battling it out. Oulé has got past Britain. Britain looking to make a move back through turn 11. Side-by-side stuff. They leave each other just enough space. A little bit of banging side by side. Oulé almost drifting it here. But it's going to be Britain back past. And up the inside. What an opportunistic move there. Byland following the path of Oulé like it was mirror matching him. Meanwhile, Fox Johnson still defending Housley here, but we're going to follow this battle for P4 currently because the three of them are still within a second of one another. Britain with sporting a bright green helmet. No, it will just change the points outcome, sadly, because we're not doing another restart. As it's going to be Oulé up the inside of Britain for P4 in this sprint. And Oulé makes that move count. And meanwhile for P10 and 11 is McKeever and Piper battling it out. Action happening all over the track. As
Max.
Sverdluk has gone into the pits. Has Molo rejoined?
I would assume not. I would not.
Would you like to pop him an invite?
I can do that. Yeah. Wait, do I even have him on Steam?
I hope so. If not, message him to join off me. Because he can retake control of his car.
I don't even know the Steam. I don't. I'll send him a DM as he comes in. Thank you.
Duck doesn't have his drivers on Steam. Oh man.
The only driver
in the chat,
I don't.
go into him. What have you missed? Balaj, 3.5 seconds away. Fox Johnson have a very contentious 5-second penalty. There's been lots of spins further back. Oulé, the tier 2 driver, is currently P4 as there's another yellow flag and it's for his debut. Oh, and he's absolutely put it in a gravel trap. He's absolutely binned it. And he drops behind the AI.
Yeah, Smollo is typing to me. I would assume he's not racing.
There is one guy in the wrong car. It's the AlphaTauri. Luckily, there is no Alpine driver currently signed to a tier 1 contract. Somehow. There is no Alpine team other than Eltham. There is Alpine is a tier 2 team only. But meanwhile, Balaj is having a race of his own. Fox Johnson having to defend Housley once again. Housley looking to go around the outside, but Fox Johnson covers the inside, but Housley looking to switch back on him. But again, it'll be the inside for Fox Johnson. So Housley having another sniff through 13 and 14. No doing. Fox Johnson holds him and holds for another position. Meanwhile, Byland and Oulé are battling it out. Britain's dropped down to P11. What did we miss?
Probably some contact made with Bylund or Oulé.
As Byland is having to defend from Hawkins. Hawkins and Byland and Housley. Balaj is spun! Oh, fuck no. Oh, shit.
He will not be happy.
The lapped car of the Alpine, who's the AlphaTauri with no front wing.
Oh, please just let him pass.
That is shocking.
He was in a league of his own.
I am getting Austria flashbacks of tier 3 Austria. And Balaj is...
Oh.
He's... Balaj! Don't...
Oh, he's
not happy, I can tell you that much, but it's now Fox Johnson.
Yeah, he retired from the session. Ooh.
What a fucking clown, man. But meanwhile, it's the battle for first now.
I am very scared to send him a DM. As Davies, wait, there's a 4-way battle for P3 at the moment.
P3, yeah, it's Ule, Hawkins, Byron, and Caspers. It's unacceptable.
Sorry,
I mean, like, it has really messed up this race because
he retired from the session.
what is he doing? Why? You're a back marker.
For fuck's sake, man. Okay. S4G or 3G has gotten over a second to Ule now. Is Ule starting to struggle a bit with tires, perhaps? Yes. Martin.
Ule definitely is struggling a little bit as Hawkins has dispatched of him, and it's going to be Casper's next. Casper's already bypassing Byland, and Ule, without the DRS to defend these two, both looking to get him. It's a 2-for-1 snack. Ule is the main course for these drivers currently. As it's going to be Fox Johnson leading Housley, Hawkins 13 seconds down the road, and we've got a yellow flag, and it's Ule. Ule is definitely not, has had a moment, and he's, oh my god, he takes Nick Mangano out!
There's no way.
What is going on? An unsafe rejoin that we didn't see off stream, and Ule spun it again. Oh no! Ule! Come on, boys! No, don't take that out of context. As Molo does the right thing and moves out of the way like a good back marker should.
As
Fox Johnson on the final lap, even with this 5-second penalty, still going to have P2. Hawkins up into P3. Casper's P4 now, and he's on the back of Hawkins. It's going to be close.
the Williams team not happy whatsoever.
Yes, the Williams team's not happened, but meanwhile, Caspers has got past Hawkins. This is for P3. As Fox Johnson will get a 5-second penalty. But it's the battle for P3 now, as it's going to be Caspers takes P3, Hawkins P4, Byron P5, Piper P6, McKeever P7, and Britton is going to be getting a point today.
Sorry, I need to... I cannot type.
I'm going to have to get the timing board for this, because there's probably penalties that are going to get removed. Is the issue. Casper's pulling it back from the brink.
You're getting the screenshots, yeah?
I'm getting the screenshots now. But, oh my days. We still have the main race to go, but...
The lobby has kicked Luke out once again.
The game just doesn't want him here. You didn't want to see it.
Kinda did.
He just doesn't move out the way. There was no need for it. Literally no need for it. You take out... Oh... That... Yep. Okay. So... Will Balaj be able to battle back through the field? Is the question. Because the deficit, if the 5-second penalty gets removed... Absolute chaos. I'm gonna quickly let... I can't tab. I want to go and...
Don't. I don't know what you were gonna save it.
There's not much we can do.
Yeah, gonna need to be some discussing after the race. As I have my mousepad way too high up.
But at the moment, absolute chaos. Kev never left. He retired from the sprint. He was not a happy bunny. He never left. I'm just hoping he doesn't take out Sverdlik.
Yep. I'm just gonna post the sprint results real quick.
Thank you for the follow there, Pipe Tech, as we are gonna be... We have a contentious race on our hands here because stuff happened is probably the best way I can put it.
Nicest way you could put it.
did leave, and Woodenberg and Mola have also been disqualified. Oh, this game is elite.
This game is the best game ever. Max.
Ah, this is gonna have to be another lobby restart. Ah.
You enjoying your Friday?
No, because they can't put together a good game, man.
Last of Us 2020, so
As it's Fox Johnson now leading Britain, leading Caspers with Housley as a lot of people
Okay.
jump-started the race.
what the fuck is going on?
They're supposedly desync. Let's don't just leave. We need to do the we need to do the vote. Because the Ferrari guys have just left for some reason.
I tried to restart as in I'm voting for it, and think the Ferrari took it as
I messed that up as well. I'm voting one. I don't care how good my driver. I don't care that my drivers are 1-2.
or according to okay. No,
No, they are 1-2. My drivers
It
are
said
1-2.
Britain. Yeah, it just said Britain first. I was so confused.
I believe
One, two,
look-
three, four. We have two Ferraris and two Williams saying.
Yeah, but we've got 4
don't
votes.
vote.
We need one more vote. Kizzy, get Kizzy.
Kisser said yes. That's 5.
Right, he's just said yes as in yes. Oh, he's voted. Okay. All right. Yes. We're gonna restart this. Sorry about this, boys. We're gonna have to restart this again. But
I'll go tell everyone.
there is a mess. I also need to have a quick discussion with members of the FIA quickly.
Yeah, I'll go tell the teams.
Ah! Ah! Okay. Da, 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 da.
anticipating the fear that you thought you'd abandon, questioning ourselves. But the journey we take wasn't meant to be easy. This is not the end. This is not the end. Looking up, staring through the sky, finding ourselves out in the night, losing it all just to feel right. Never know what it feels like unless you learn to feel right. Feel right, learn to feel losing it all just to feel right, feel right, feel right, feel right, feel losing it all just to feel right. Never know what it feels like. Impatience is growing and growing, and our frustration is showing and showing. But yeah, we keep going and going. But it's family forever. We've done it over and over. Will we ever reach the end? How do we get through the night? Do we have to fight? Wake ourselves before the winning night. Maybe we can redefine what it means to get in time.
Hello. I'm very sorry for the delay. We've had a chaotic moment. We will be starting immediately. The full race is about to start. I apologise to everyone for the delay of what has happened. We are going to be starting in 10 seconds. We are just doing the full race and only the full race. Again, apologies from me and the team here at Amethyst Racing for what has happened. And we will be going as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, the rave tunes are off. You're back with me and Ducker as we try and get this show back on the road. I'm sorry again, boys, for the delay. I know this has been a long one, and
Just want to add Argentina leading 2-1 over Netherlands at the moment.
how long left in the race?
Game 9 minutes.
Oh, it's still not over.
It's overtime though, so.
Oh, extra time.
No, just added time.
Added time.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, no one has connection problems. We know the Alfa Romeos haven't had the best connection today.
Ah, thank you. It's facts. I can't lie, but they don't understand it themselves. So.
I don't understand it either, as I have another hydrate to redeem, as I've probably been drinking more than the hydrates today because I've needed them.
I feel you.
Anyone who voted, Duck, would you be able to refund anyone who voted for the thing, or Monk, if you can refund what was done?
Refund? What?
The vote. There was a vote. There was a points vote set. I would like it refunded because of what happened. So Housley will be leading us out here. We've got 12 cars now around the track.
Let me do it. I'm so confused.
Due to sadly, there was a prediction, but we are refunding it because of what happened.
Oh, on the Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh. How the frick can you do that?
There is ways to do it.
Okay, moderator. I should probably do that. Moderator. Ja, det är morsomt. Okay. Just read the deleted message. Uh, wasn't there a prediction, Monk? Are you sure?
There was one, but it's disappeared into the aether.
Okay, it's just dead. That's fine.
But we've got 28 laps around COTA. It's going to be a long late one today, boys. We're almost at 9 o'clock already. We normally finish at this time, but you guys are going to be stuck with me. It was a pinned message. I have been debated.
Martin, it's 10 PM for us normal people.
It has been a late one. I'm again apologising to all involved.
I don't have words. I am just. I was meant to do this, then go help my family with something. So you know, we move.
We do move indeed. But here we are. We are lining up now on the Circuit of America. The Circuit of the America. 20 corners, 28 laps. Housley leading us off here in the title hunt. And we're off, but Fox Johnson definitely gets a better start. As further back, there's absolute chaos. Housley down into P2. He's in a Merc sandwich right now. The 3 on hards. But they keep it clean. The Ferrari slipping back a bit. Hawkins did not get a start he was after. So it's going to be Housley now. Dropping to P2. Fox Johnson leads Housley. Casper's P3. Byron up to P4. Battling Hammerdeer. Hammerdeer P5. McKeever P6. Blizzen P7. Woodenberg P8. Ule P9. Molo P10. And Mangano and Hawkins P11 and 12. As we go through the first sector, it's Fox Johnson leading us by 5 tenths to Housley. Casper's P3. Byron hang on with the back with them. But meanwhile, it's Molo racing side by side with Ule. Molo gets past Ule. It's going to be Nick Mangano and Hawkins side by side through turn 11 as they go through cleanly. Just ahead, you see McKeever is battling alongside Woodenberg as Hawkins has got past Mangano and Molo has got past Woodenberg. The 5 cars at the back squabbling, but here we have McKeever and Britton side by side through turn 12. And it's going to be Britton holding McKeever off for now. But back to the front as it's Fox Johnson leading Housley by 5 tenths. Casper's in P3. Barlin P4. Hammerdeer P5 and Britton P6. McKeever P7. Molo and Woodenberg P8, P9. And P10 is Ule. Hawkins P11 not having a good race so far. And Nick Mangano rounding out the 12 drivers who are still racing. As Fox Johnson now almost gaining a whole second as Hawkins now up into P10 gets past Ule. Ule definitely struggling here at the moment. It's going to be Fox Johnson leading Housley. Casper's just behind. No DRS enabled just yet. It's going to be Byland who's dropped off a second behind. He's going to have a little bit of a train forming behind him. The Swedish man.
I also want to add that Britton, Molo and Luke are the only one on mediums.
So, an interesting set of strategies. As a good thing to point out, the tyres of choice. It is Britton, Molo and Woodenberg on the mediums. Everyone else has gone for the hards.
Fox Johnson almost a second to Max now.
But here we go. It's Fox Johnson almost gaining a second already on Max. Max really missing out on the DRS with his setup to catch up to the back. He might catch up a little bit with the slipstream here though, as Caspers is all over the back. Byland here is back in within a second. He must be pushing hard because he's got hammered in. Meanwhile, McKeever and Molo battling it out. Molo at the inside through turn 12. With the mediums.
Oh, Mercury sent it.
McKeever looking to hold that inside, but Molo at the extra grip of the mediums holds it through turn 13 and 14 and takes P7. Meanwhile, Fox Johnson almost with a second lead to Housley. P3 is Caspers, and then it's Byland who's a second and a half back now. Definitely struggling a little bit through sector 3 as we get a lovely shot of the guys going over the camera. But here we have Fox Johnson now with a second lead, and it's going to leave Housley. Now the DRS will be enabled, having to defend a little as Hawkins runs a bit, as though we see Woodenberg running wide there, and Hawkins up into P9. Was there contact, Duck?
I think he just locked up and didn't wanna take anyone out, so he just went straight on.
Fair play to him, as he's now going to be under threat from Ulay behind, but it's going to be Fox Johnson leading the guys out. Housley P2, Casper's P3.
The top three have pulled away from...
The top three have pulled away from Byland.
Byland, sorry. And Fox Johnson over a second gap to Max now.
A second and a half almost.
Yeah.
But Byland here going to have to put up a defence, but Housley will also have to defend from Casper's behind. The second Merc is hungry behind him, pulls out to the side. With that DRS, it's looking like Casper's has made the move stick. And Casper's up into P2, and Hamadir goes past Byland as well. Hamadir will look to close up on this, guys, as the tyres again for the chat is going to be the front 5 on hards, then Britton, Molo on the mediums, McKeever, Hawkins, Ulay on hard, Woodenberg medium, and Mangano, as we got a yellow flag, and it looks like it's for McKeever. McKeever's had a moment, and he's dropped down to the back of the grid. And it's no safety car, though. He's getting a little bit wobbly, though. Definitely missing a little bit of traction. Hot tyres definitely affecting him. Back to the front, though, as it's going to be Fox Johnson leading his teammate, with Housley dropping 7 tenths behind already, and Hamadir looking to close back in on that gap.
Casper sets the fastest lap on lap 3, going on to lap 4.
Chat predicting a Fox Johnson spin. We will see, as it's going to be Fox Johnson leading Casper's. Housley looking to hold on to the back of the Mercs ahead. Hamadir will be hoping to catch up to the back of Housley and maybe drop Byland off. Byland has Britton and Molo on the mediums behind.
There's a 4-car train from Hamadir to Hawkins.
So Hamadir, the Austrian train per se, with his Austrian helmet around America. But it's going to be Fox Johnson with just over a second to Casper's. Housley holding in within the DRS.
Free kick to Netherlands with 15 seconds to go.
Oh boy! Monk, would you be able to DM Ratcliffe what has happened as well for me? But meanwhile, it's going to be Fox Johnson leading his teammate. He's gone to under a second. Casper's really has the paces. Meanwhile, Mangano has got past Woodenberg. Mangano up into the points here.
Mangano showing again, he has the race pace.
And Britton now has got past Byland. And it's going to be Molo making a move up the inside of the long sweeping right-hander of turn 18 as they now come through 19. Molo is ahead of Byland. And now it's going to be Hawkins looking to pounce on Byland.
Love to see it. Netherlands scored, it's 2-2.
It's 2-2!
Yeah, they scored after
Oh,
extra time.
But meanwhile, it's going to be Fox Johnson with Casper's caught up to him, and Housley in P3, Hamadir P4, Britton P5. Britton has dropped off the back of Hamadir. Britton may be playing a little bit of a team role here, so Hamadir isn't under threat. But we're going to go back to the leaders now, because the front 3 will all have DRS, other than obviously Fox Johnson, who won't have the DRS because he's in first place with the clear air. So the front 3 pulling away from the rest. They're in a tier of their own.
Unless they complaining to the referee.
As it's going to be Fox Johnson leading Casper's with Housley in P3, as Molo has now done Britton. Molo has definitely found his pace here. He was P4 in the qualifying, but the sprint races were one to forget for Molo, having some technical issues for sure. But he's back now and he's looking a lot more racy. He'll be looking to catch up to the back of Hamadir, and he's already bridged that second gap. Britton now having to defend Hawkins as Biden has dropped down to P8. But back to the front, Fox Johnson will be giving his teammate DRS, as they might look both to pull away from Housley here. The two of them look to have a little bit more pace through Sector 1 and 3 than Housley. Housley definitely has Sector 2 on lock though.
Maybe it's running.
As McKeever picks up a 3-second penalty there. He's dropped off a bit, got off the back here. It's a nightmare here for McKeever, as Britton and Hawkins are definitely getting into it. And this brings Byron back into play. The tyres are going to be very interesting as well. It won't be long before the mediums are going to drop off a little bit of pace, and the hards will definitely be back in contention as Molo is dropped off the back of Hamadir again, as Nick Mangano picked up a 3-second penalty. But the front three, once again, pulling away. They got their own little train forming. Let's take a moment to appreciate the helmets the boys are wearing as well. Fox Johnson popping a yellow and orange, not his normal colours, sporting a special one. Then it's going to be Casper's.
You don't say Luke.
And meanwhile, Hawkins has got past Britain, and Britain looking to defend Byland as well. But Hawkins runs really deep here, and he's now going to be very much in danger from Britain on the outside. Britain, round turn 14 and 15. The three of them are racing it out. What absolute thrilling stuff as they switch back again. And it's going to be absolute tantalising stuff from the boys. And then Britain having to try and defend Byland. Is a little bit of contact, wheel-to-wheel stuff. But they keep it clean enough.
That was almost perfect racing from, or not perfect, but good racing from all of them.
It was hard but fair racing from the boys. Very nice to watch. Tantalising for the eyes, but back to the front because Caspers is catching up to the back of Fox Johnson here. And he's bringing Housley along with.
Yeah, Max is just sitting there vibing behind him, looking as small. Luke pits already.
Woodenberg into the pits, only 6 laps on the mediums, looking to switch possibly to the hards and go to the end now.
Correct.
It's gonna be very, very interesting stuff.
I think, let me check. Yeah, McKeever also pitted, I believe for hards as well.
No, McKeever onto the mediums.
No, oh.
So it's going to be the front three though, have pulled away 3.5 seconds to Hamadir. Molo has caught up to the back of Hamadir, and Hawkins with his light flashing just behind. I think that was Hawkins. It might have been Molo with his light flashing, possibly. As further back you see Byland making the move on Britain. These two have been fiercely battling each other, but Britain with the switchback, but Byland with the counter switchback. They're clapping each other because Britain's going to have the inside now. But he runs a little bit deeper, and Byland possibly has a move, but Britain holds it steady. Britain back up into P7. Byland drops to P8, but he's on the hard tyre and currently no safety car. But the front three are pulling away with it. As chat wants me to say the classic line of they clap their cheeks. And they indeed did clap each other.
I just want to point out that none of them got damaged from
none of them.
well.
It was good racing, but we got a yellow flag as it looks like Woodenberg has had his moment through turns 13 and 14. But we're going back to the race lead now. It's going to be Fox Johnson with Caspers and Housley. A little bit of a train forming here for the boys.
I don't think they won. If I was in their position, I wouldn't want to fight. Just tow each other along to create a bigger gap. But then again, they may want to race each other for.
Can you tell me what's going on in the football quickly, Duckett? Because I would like to know, but I can't, obviously. Because Fox Johnson is leading, Casper's in P2, Housley P3, Hamadir P4. He's a little bit off the back, and he's got Molo on the medium tyres looking, because I can see chat popping off about the football, but I don't know what's going on.
It's just... It's 2-2. It's just a break right now before extra time, and Argentina look destroyed.
But Caspers was looking to make a move on Fox Johnson for a moment. Meanwhile, Byland and Britain are getting back into it, and Byland gets the move back done through turn 12. I would quote Doja Cat, but I think you guys would call me sus for doing so. So they're just gonna get it into it. Yeah. But back to the front, because it's Fox Johnson still leading 8 laps in. We're coming about to start lap 9. It's Fox Johnson P1, Caspers P2, Housley P3. These 3 guys are in a league of their own currently.
He told me to keep you updated. The football is now starting.
Okay, just let me know if anyone scores. But meanwhile, it's going to be the front 3 showing that they have the COTA speed. They have the COTA need for speed. As you see Fox Johnson still leading Caspers Still leading Housley there, all within a second. A second separates the front three. And then it's Hamadir, almost 4.5 back, having to defend now Molo and Hawkins. Molo on the mediums might start to be feeling it soon though. And then we have Byron and Britain having their own little personal duel. They're still within a second of one another. These two battling it out as well. OGs of the league here. They've been here since season 3 and 2, I believe. Possibly Byron since season 1. As Caspers has got past Fox Johnson actually on the DRS straight. Caspers running a little bit deeper, but Caspers takes the lead. Fox Johnson drops down to P2, but they're going to be battling. Are we going to see the return of the War of the Arrows? But Caspers and Fox Johnson still battling. Fox Johnson switches it back in, and Caspers unable to clap back, but is he going to clap back around the outside? Side by side stuff from the boys. Fox
this is
Johnson and
terrifying.
Caspers is terrifying, but Housley's looking ready to pounce.
Max is just waiting for the moment. He's so good at this, just waiting for the perfect time to...
He is very much indeed. Possibly ending in tears. Will it collect all three? As meanwhile, Hamadir has still got 8/10 for Molo, who's now more under pressure for Hawkins behind. And then Byland and Britain still duking it out. Ule in P9, tier 2 driver, driving in tier 1, keeping it solid. With Nick Mangano, the last points paying position. Woodenberg and McKeever praying for his safety car to pop out. But meanwhile, Fox Johnson still leads with Casper's good clean racing from the front three. It was a joy to see once again from the boys. Woo! As we coming through the mid part, turn 11 on lap 10. It's Fox Johnson leading Caspers with Housley in P3. The gap starting to spread out a little bit. Fox Johnson definitely got a bit more on Caspers this time, but we look further back as it's Hamadir having to defend, looking to defend Molo. Molo looked for a move, but it's actually Hawkins who's looking a little bit more racy on them hard tyres to Molo on them mediums.
Those mediums must not be feeling amazing right now, after 10 laps on them.
I would imagine so. As McKeever picks up a time penalty, and he's going to be a 3 second. That's not going to do any joy for his race today.
Very true, very true.
As meanwhile, it's going to be Fox Johnson leading, Caspers P2, Housley P3. This is crucial for the Drivers' Championship as well, because Housley would go 1 point in it, but Fox Johnson would gain 10 points on Housley as things stand. Fastest lap belongs to McKeever in P12. So fastest lap currently isn't scoring a point.
Still 17 laps to go. 18, technically.
Oh, he'd go one. No, he's 14 points behind. No,
I can find out.
we don't know what's going on with the sprint yet, Monk. There's
The
a lot of
sprint.
contentious thing because it could be being the sprint race could be being
Avoided.
used as just the qualifying for the main race.
As it's currently 14 points between them, yes.
But Fox Johnson is starting to eke out a bit more of a gap to Caspers. Housley in P3 still holding steady, looking to maybe eye up Caspers here. And meanwhile we see Hamadir now under threat from Molo. Molo finding some absolute phenomenal speed, and he gets him before the corner. But Hamadir not accepting that, will look to send it around the outside. Side by side stuff through 13, now into 14. Still side by side. A little bit of almost wheel banging, but Hamadir holds the inside through 15 and 16. But now Molo will have the inside through 17. The long 18 actually, sorry. And Molo gets Hamadir. What an exquisite round of corners. As now Hawkins is back into contention, but Molo picks up in 3 seconds at that moment as well, running a little bit wide on the exit of turn 19. And he gets a big snap. Them mediums must be crying.
When I tell you I'm sweating, my hands. Oh, Hamadir down the inside.
Oh, Hamadir, we didn't expect that, but Molo holding it steady on the outside, holds the position. Definitely holding the position there, but it's clean stuff. Whew.
They're so close.
It's been thrilling racing. We've got 2 battles of 3 cars, and then we got Byland and Britton also duking it out. Britton, who was on the mediums, I believe. Byland will definitely maybe start to eke out a bit of a gap here, as it's going to be Molo now looking to try and eke out the last bit of life from the mediums. Hamadi now having to defend Hawkins behind. But back at the front is 7 tenths and 7 tenths. And according to the engineer of Mercedes, oh, Hamadi and Molo side by side again. These two not letting up. Hamadi trying to get an outside line and then go for the inside, but he's going to be on the outside for the next corner.
They're all flashing as well.
Welcome, Rory. There has been contentious stuff that has happened, and I really needed help, and no one helped me.
You didn't DM me, okay?
I had help from Duckett and Monk, and that's all we had. It's been the 3 of us trying to run this.
It's not going well.
We're still racing.
Molo pits.
You don't want to know, but Molo now on the mediums into the pits. Will Britton follow suit?
Surely.
As Fox Johnson.
No, he doesn't.
No. Fox Johnson with... Oh, Housley's dropped over a second behind Casper's here. The 2 Mercedes might be starting to pull away here, as Molo is going to come out in the pits in P10, I would gather.
Max is flashing.
Max is flashing.
The back of his car.
Has he overpushed? Has he overpushed and dropped to 0? Because when you drop to 0, you definitely lose a bit of speed, as Britton picks up a 3-second penalty. As Byland, he's trying to do his best to hold on to the back of the Byland. Will Housley get DRS on this straight? This is critical.
This could...
He doesn't, and now the Mercedes might look to pull away from Max. Will they work together? I know they squabbled a little bit before, but if they work together, they could drop Mac Housley off the back here, and it's going to be a Silver Arrows 1-2 as things stand. Hamadi battling Hawkins now, side by side into turn 12. Hawkins will have the inside now through turn 13. Hawkins through turn 13, a little bit of contact. Both of them keeping it steady though. Hamadi, if anything, getting a little bit of oversteering.
No wing damage for Hamadi
And
or
he's
the Raider.
definitely getting a little bit oversteering here. And Hawkins make the... Oh, my voice crack. Oh, my.
Hamadi are still keeping behind Hawkins. Maybe he wants the DRS down the straight.
It would be smart. Maybe get him on the next straight. But he's getting a lot of snaps of oversteer here, is Hamadi. As meanwhile, the front 2... And Britton now into the pits. Britton to come onto the hards, into the pits. We're halfway through this race. For 12 drivers, they have been given as an absolute entertaining race. We couldn't have asked for more.
Done.
We're halfway done.
Here.
Housley is now being dropped off the back. The 2 Mercedes have found some pace from out of nowhere. Like John Cena, you can't see him, but the pace is there. And meanwhile, it looks like Woodenberg and McKeever are getting into a bit of a squabble right at the back now. This is not for the points, boys.
I mean, we still love a good battle, don't we?
We do indeed, as Britton comes out 11 seconds behind Molo.
I love to see that. Okay. And I believe you just muted yourself, so I'm all alone again.
I didn't mute myself, it's all fine, because it's going to be McKeever looking to go around the outside like a trailer park girl on Woodenberg. It's side-by-side stuff. The game has given us absolutely lovely camera angles, and McKeever's made the move on Woodenberg's stick.
That was a very clean move, I must admit.
It was indeed. But meanwhile, the 2 Mercedes have pulled almost 2 seconds on Housley already. Housley struggling now for a little bit of speed. He's been dropped off the back. And Hawkins...
He's still flashing.
He's still flashing. Right. Very true. Hawkins
when
flashing.
I said that, he stopped. I believe a lot of drivers are flashing.
Maybe he's harvesting battery. Possibly harvesting battery. Are the Mercedes going to work together here?
I mean, none of them are flashing, so that could very well be what's the word?
EOS is hard to gain on this track, as we see Max is flashing once again as we come through Sector 1. It's going to be Woodenberg and McKeever is bringing us the action though, as they come through turns 13 and 14. I believe now there's a weird kink for 15, and then this is 16. COTA has some weird numbers. 20 corners though around this track. as it's McKeever cut a corner and gained a place, but he has now given the place back to Woodenberg, so he must have done that move illegally.
He lost almost 2 seconds
He lost a
by
lot of time, very true. As meanwhile, then the battle now is going to be for P4, as Hamadir is still within the striking range of Hawkins. Hawkins unable to drop Hamadir off, but Hawkins has gained a 10th on Max this lap.
I think they... I don't know how long you go on hards in this race, to be honest with
I
you.
wouldn't know either. As meanwhile, Molo has got past Mangano for P8. Molo has pitted already. He's got the undercut on the guys ahead in Hawkins and Hamadir. Will the mediums have the pace, though, to catch back up? Because Molo is looking mightily dangerous to get a solid undercut here.
If they keep...
As it's going to be Fox Johnson into the pit and Housley also into the pits. So Casper's going for one more lap. Will get the DRS on the main straight and he has open air to push now. Will Housley undercut Casper's? Will Housley get a better exit out of the pits? No. As we see Hawkins also into the pits. So lap 16, the start of lap 16, the hards come in onto the mediums now. Fox Johnson, though, is going to come out ahead of Byland. Or Housley behind Byland. That's huge. That is monumental. There is a car between them now.
And Byland has no obligation to get out of the way for Max either.
No, and Max is 3.5, almost 3 seconds behind Byland. So it's going to be Hamadir, it's going to be Casper's leading Hamadir. Hawkins goes to P8 with Nick Mangano P7 behind. Nick Mangano picks up another 3-second penalty though. And it's
I want to say, Molo is closer to Max than Max is to Byland.
That is going to be very critical. Molo definitely undercutting and bringing himself back into this, but Housley with the fresh mediums is making inroads into Byland, and Byland struggling to keep up with the back of Fox Johnson as well, as they're on the DRS straight now. Byland with the DRS is making a few here and there, as meanwhile, for P11 and 12, McKeever and Würgenberg haven't given up. Haven't given up.
It's going to be a race-long battle for P11.
Expect to see Casper's into the pits now, as he is now shooting into the pits. Watch that gap between Housley and Casper's. That is going to be very important. I think Fox Johnson with the undercut will make it work. But where will Casper's come out on their mediums compared to Housley's? Housley's coming up to the penultimate corner now. Casper's has done his pit stop, is coming out to the pits, and Hamadir also into the pits. Fox Johnson over the start-finish line now, sets a purple sector 3. And
Hawkins with the 3 second.
Very true. So Fox Johnson takes the lead. Byland stays out.
Casper's out ahead of Byland as well.
That is critical. Housley has lost a lot of time there. Maybe
as
not
Nick
getting
Mangano
the pit.
also pits.
Nick Mangano into the pits. Housley not getting the time that he would have wanted. Is it still in extra time? 2-2 as Britton is back ahead of Nick Mangano now.
Yes, it is.
And Nick Mangano also losing position to Ule. Has Ule pitted? Is the question.
Hold on, let me check. I believe he has.
Ule has pitted. So we're going to quickly pop up the pit stops now.
Yeah, yes. It's only
but Byland
Bylund.
has pit. Byland is the only one that's... And how many pits have 3 seconds? Everyone from P5 downwards has at least 3 seconds worth of penalties. We're now going to put up the penalties for the guys. As,
this is going to be interesting.
3 seconds
Hamadir.
for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Nick Mangano with 6 seconds. With Woodenberg with 3 seconds. And McKeever is definitely enjoying it. But Woodenberg and McKeever both into the pits again. That will be their last stop, I would assume. As we go back racing.
Hearts.
And it's going to be Fox Johnson leading by 2.5 seconds. Casper's though going to have slightly fresher mediums, maybe looking to pull up. And Housley is gaining heavily on Byland though, but it's 2 seconds next to the next car ahead. Will Byland still not seeding and giving up on them hards? Housley looking to make a move back for P3 on the track. Byland yet to pit. Housley takes P3 on the track. Housley back up into P3, looking to catch back up to the Mercedes duo ahead. It's going to be Hawkins
with the fastest.
setting the fastest lap. Very true, Ducker. Very true.
So yeah, great minds think alike. All I'm gonna say.
Yeah, both wanted to say the same thing at the same time. I'm sorry for cutting you off there, Ducker.
I don't mind. I'm loving this. I mean,
Is Byron looking to hold out to go soft?
surely he is. No way he would go to mediums now.
He's going to have lost so much time.
I think he'll come out around P8 as it stands. And then he could be P9 because Ule is not far off Britain.
So, Ule and Britain looking very close to one another.
Molo is... Wait, no, it's lying to me.
No,
It said he
Molo is
was-
catching. Molo is 2 seconds behind Byron. Byron's still yet to pit.
I'm being scammed by the game. It told me half a 10. Oh, Byland goes completely off track.
Byron's struggling on them hards. Byron's hards have definitely run out of rubber.
Does
And Byron's left. Byron's left the session.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I
Maybe a moment disconnection possibly. I know EA servers have been top notch for the boys today. Byron surely into the pits now. No, Byron's still going. As it's going to be Fox Johnson. The gap between Fox Johnson and Caspers has gone down to under a second. Caspers
with the
has
fastest
found some
lap.
pace on their mediums.
The game is telling me it's 2 seconds. I feel lied to.
It's 1 second now. Caspers demolished the fastest lap by a second.
My god.
Caspers has found some absolute speed.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Hawkins,
Also-
very true. Hawkins was a 1:36.1. Caspers set a 1:35.1. As we got a yellow flag,
Wow.
and it looks like it's
Oh,
for
Luke.
Woodenberg. Woodenberg having a bit of a moment there, sadly, in P12. And they're going to be coming up. They're going to be approached by the rapid, fast-moving front runners here. As Housley is 4 seconds behind, with Molo 4 seconds behind that. Hawkins is catching up a little onto the back of Molo. Them hards, and Hamadir is back into contention as Ule P8 and Britain P9 there battling it out down the DRS straight. Ule with the DRS makes the move on Britain around COTA into turn 12.
Luke pits again. It could be for soft. It is for soft. Maybe he wants to steal that fastest lap of Casper's. I'll try at least.
Possibly, but it's gonna. It may be possibly damage as well though, as he comes out behind in front of Housley.
He needs to get out of the way.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
not have a
that's
sprint race
good.
moment all over again. That would be
He did
chaos.
that. That's good.
But Housley's over 5 seconds behind the two Mercedes.
I also just want to add, after first extra time half, it's still 2-2.
It's still 2-2, but Hamadir, the Austrian mother trucker, is called back up to the back of Hawkins. Hamadir definitely enjoying these mediums a lot more than he enjoyed them hards.
There's the season 3 Hamadir I remember.
Even at the end of season 5, Hamadir found some pace towards the end.
Yeah, he just won't give up, even though he hates this game and is not gonna race next season.
Oh, inside information.
Yes, sir. Just some. Wait, what's going on now? This game, we've
And
experienced
it's
it
Hamadir up
today.
the inside of Hawkins
Oh.
through turn 12, and Hamadir slaps it
What?
down. A pen check for the boys, happily. My throat
As you
hurts
said that, there's a penalty for Argentina. No,
Oh!
not penalty. Sorry, free kick. Sorry, I'm being retarded.
But Hamadir up into P5. This is for position. They both got 3 seconds. Hamadir's light flashing. Hawkins light flashing. Meanwhile, the two Mercedes are closing up again. It's getting closer and closer.
Is it
It was
now
a-
that they think about the constructors instead of the title? Because Alex is... Wait, he could actually catch up with Balaj not being here now.
Yeah, and it
I take
keeps
it
him
back.
just about in contention, possibly with 1 race to go. It's going to be Fox Johnson with Casper's P2, Housley P3, and then it's going to be Molo as Byland and Britain are getting back into it as Byland's now into the pits. Byland is going soft! Byland is soft! Biden is soft. What sort of pace will we expect to see from Biden? Will he catch up to the back of Nick Mangano of 6 seconds?
Martin, please reword that sentence.
But Fox Johnson is having to defend Caspers because Caspers has definitely found some pace here.
Caspers has shown some great pace always.
Will Caspers play rear gunner and just let Fox Johnson win? Is there team orders here? I do not know. Even if I am the TP, I do not know, as Housley is dragging along Woodenberg. Housley, though, sadly, just not got the pace with the front two.
Second half of this race not going his way.
No, he definitely had the pace, though, on the hards.
Very true. But he just doesn't have any ERS remaining. He has no way of keeping up.
We're trying to find out if they can fight or not, huh?
Isn't Monk here?
He said maybe. He's
Bro.
given us the classic
Mercedes answer.
He has given us the Oasis answer. Because maybe, are you going to be the one that saves me?
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. I almost got taken out by my racing chair. Meanwhile.
I thought you spilled beer or something.
No. The chair decided to try and hit me in the head.
Oh. That...
Poggers. But back to the racing, because Fox Johnson and Caspers are in a league of their own now. They've dropped off Housley, who's having a nice quiet race in P3. Molo, P4. Hammerdeer, with Hawkins behind him, is starting to gain a little bit of time on Hawkins. Hammerdeer for P5 possibly. I'm not looking forward to the interview. We'll be going for 2 hours and 35 minutes.
I thought we agreed to not do interviews.
I might have to, because it's still been a good race. But
Okay, but
Caspers was 6 thousandths faster than Fox Johnson this lap. So the two of them equally on pace, but Caspers has found a lot of time into the entrance of Sector 3 here.
It's gonna be a race till the end for P1.
It is. As Housley is having a quiet one himself. Now, 5 seconds in front, 5 seconds behind. P3 though for Housley, Mr. Consistency, looking to make it 6 podiums as a hydrate has been redeemed. Thank you very much, boys.
Your voice needs it to not dry out.
It does indeed, as meanwhile, the front two still battling out. Makiva picks up another 3-second penalty. This has been a manic one from the start to the finish. As Housley, P3, Molo is having to defend Hammerdeer. Hammerdeer has found some absolute pace here as Woodenberg moves out of the way. Hammerdeer has caught up to the back of Molo here. So this is still on for P4. P4 is still up for grabs.
Will they catch up to Max? Because Max has pulled a bit away from them now. By 5/10, give or take.
Max has, Caspers and Fox Johnson are side by side down the DRS straight. And Caspers takes the lead. The Drivers' Championship is going to be teetering now. Fox Johnson might not be able to do the back-to-backs.
Would be the first one to ever do it if he manages it.
Very true,
But
very true.
he will need this win to have a real chance at it.
It's his only chance, and he still then needs a minor miracle to make it happen. I'm being told it's called tactics. I will trust the chat in tactics. But meanwhile, Caspers now 6/10 ahead of Fox Johnson. Housley almost 6 seconds behind, but 6 seconds in front as well. As Molo is having to defend Hammerdeer and Hawkins, the two medium runners with 4 laps to go. Once they cross this line, him on the hards, them two on the mediums. And Byron didn't set the fastest lap on them softs, and them softs will be starting to fade. In fact, it's going to be Makiva having a moment. And Woodenberg has gone into the pits and retired.
Oh, he wants to watch the football.
Damn, understandable. Understandable.
I won't swear him out.
There's a thing called the fastest lap. Have you heard of it? I have, because I've got it once in Spain.
Yep. Oh, I DNF'd in Spain.
I was a spin merchant, but I still got fastest lap. But meanwhile, Caspers and Fox Johnson 6 seconds ahead of Housley now. As
in
Casper's
league.
pulls to the side, I think Fox Johnson is going for fastest lap here. Maybe some teamwork from the Mercedes boys here.
It would seem that way.
What do you mean you think? Yes, I think. I think. I am not there. I legit told you though. Well, yeah, it is what it is. As Fox Johnson now looking for the fastest lap, this is going to be an extra point. This is going to be all important.
It looks to be quite a decent lap. This far at least.
Fox Johnson, will he set the fastest lap?
No,
No!
he's 3/10 off.
Casper still holds the fastest lap as Britain and Nick Mangano are getting into it. They're getting into it. Nick Mangano gets past Britain, but they're side by side through turn 13. Now two through turn 14. And it's going to be Britain holding it. And he takes a tighter line though. Nick Mangano maybe will switch back a little bit of wheel-to-wheel stuff. AFJ did get purple sector 2, but maybe not enough tyre life for sector 1 and 3. Oh, my neck making nice noises too. But as we get it, as we're carrying on, the battle for 9th and 8th is heated up. And Nick looking to move to the inside of Britain here. They're going to be side by side coming into turn 1. Nick for the position. Makes it stick, but he's got 3 extra seconds worth of penalties. And he holds the position and he gets past Britain on their mediums. Britain down to P9, Nick up to P8. What a move.
Davies Byland behind him is on softs as well as earlier, but he's not catching fast enough at the moment.
We're hearing now that the Merc team radio is telling the boys to hold position as Molo and Hawkins are getting into it. Hawkins runs very wide, possibly a racing incident there. But let's watch that move from Nick Mangano once again quickly. Up the inside. Holds Hamadir there. Not Hamadir, Britain. And he gets the move done. But Hawkins now looking to catch up to Molo. Molo dropping a little bit off the back of Hamadir. Mercedes 1-2 as things stand. 3 laps to go. Housley once again looking for a podium.
When was the last time we had a 1-2 in this league?
I can't remember.
Yeah, neither. I was starting to question if there's ever been one. Oh wait,
Yeah.
tier 2 Skalski Ule. Well, on track, 1-2 at least. 7 seconds from Casters to Housley's mad.
No, we haven't had, with official, after penalties, we haven't had a 1-2. And I don't think there has been much penalisable going on here.
Not that your team would penalise each other, so and 7 seconds, it's 5 seconds, 3 seconds, they'll still keep position.
And yes, Satellite and Swan did get a 1-3 in tier 3, but we haven't had a 1-2. And there's a yellow flag, and it looks like it's going to be from Akiva. Moving out, trying to move out the way for the guys in front. He does so very nicely. Good to see after what we have seen earlier.
Oh, don't I get PTSD already.
I am also getting PTSD as we're going to go with 2 laps to go. The 2 Mercedes, 1-2. I can't lie, Duck. I'm a happy boy.
I'm a half happy boy myself, actually.
P5 for Molo is in stand. He is having to try and mount an assault back up onto Hamadir. As Housley here having a very quiet race coming through turn 1. It's going to be Hamadir, Molo and Hawkins. We're definitely giving us a little bit of thrilling racing.
They've been close all race. It's Davies with another 3 seconds. That puts him at Akiva at 9 as I get a Discord notification from Harris.
Oof. What is Harris saying?
Ask about constructor points maths.
Oh, constructor points maths is very good point. That's a very good point. Let me get my big brain calculator out. So,
I'm gonna eat some mini Oreos.
So. Williams on 2, 3, 4 points. I'm pretty... Argentina 5. What? Williams will be winning the Tier 1 Constructors as things stand. It'll be a battle for P2 in the Constructors now, but Williams, as things stands, will be your Tier 1 Constructors Championship. And Merc will move up to P3, and Alpine don't have Tier 1 or Tier 3 drivers. They imploded tonight.
Netherlands almost scored. I had a heart attack.
12 points behind McLaren as things stand, and we're on our final lap. But it's going to be Amadir leading Molo, leading Hawkins for P4 on the track.
Molo is flashing. I don't
Molo
like to
is
see
flashing.
that.
Hawkins is flashing. Amadir not. Amadir has a little bit of juice to play with.
I also want to add Yule, Tier 2 driver, currently in P7.
Having a little race on his own. As we got yellow flags, Hawkins has spun!
Hawkins!
We moved away for a second and Hawkins has had a moment. 14.
He did a 3G.
No.
3G. He lost connection again.
He was having such a good race. I don't know if there was contact, but bring it home, lad. Bring the points home for Ferrari. Double points for Ferrari as things stand.
Love to see it after a difficult season for them.
I literally went to look at Ule as he spun.
There's no way he has that good timing.
That bad timing. As we're going to go back
that's good timing.
to the front, because it's going to be the two Mercedes here.
It's going to be a 1-2.
It's going to be a 1-2 for the Mercedes drivers. Fox Johnson P1, Casper's P2 as things stand. Will Casper send a last corner move on Fox Johnson? Who knows? As we take turn 20, lap 28, Fox Johnson comes across the final corner and will take the checkered flag. It's Fox Johnson 1, Casper's 2. It's a it's a 1-2 for the Mercedes boys. Housley,
Max,
P3.
6th podium of the season.
Captain Consistency. Hamadir P4, Molo P5, and Hawkins having that moment on the exit of turn 1 will bring it home P6. We've been going for 2 hours and 45 minutes, Duck.
Oh, I may never commentate again.
It's P7 as things stand for Ule. Nick Mangano bringing home points for Ferrari in P8. Mangano, as things stand, hold over a 3-second lead to Britain, who comes home P9. Byland will get points today. Ule's points. The gap for McLaren and Mercedes will be 18 points for P2 in the Constructors.
Yule, why can't you do this when you drive in the Alpha in Tier 1?
He jumps the start.
What?
And Byland rounds out the race. Could you get the screenshot for me? I'm gonna watch. We only have one. We're only gonna need one for this.
Also, it is all extra time in the overtime. So and it's still 2-2.
Oh boy.
I am sweating very bad in my hands.
The driver of the day. It's exclamation mark. Vote 1 for your driver of the day today. As here we have Alex Fox Johnson. He won in Silverstone. His second win of the season. He's 26 points in the drivers. Fox Johnson does need a miracle. Fox Johnson needs maximum points in Brazil, and his two rivals to both DNF. Balaj and Housley have to DNF, and Fox Johnson needs everything to win the drivers. And then it will still be close.
It's gonna be. I really hope I can be here.
Byland steals the fastest lap on the final lap of the race.
No way, did he actually?
He did. He snatched it right at the end with a 1:34.9. That is an incredible lap on old hards. That is Giga Chad behaviour.
Luke, he was on softs, old softs.
No, he was on soft, but he was on old softs. He pulled
Oh
that
yeah,
out
yeah.
from the depths.
It was an amazing lap. Amazing. How do we do interviews? Do we go there or do we?
I will make a room for the boys to go there.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it now. I am shattered. We're gonna make a room now.
It's going to penalty kicks. Just saying. Yeah.
Oh! I'm gonna wait for some more drivers to come here. I'm gonna go back to the bathroom.
I mean, I can just bring Alex up in the meantime while he's in the bathroom. Wash Johnson.
I don't know about Wash Johnson anymore.
I'm still gonna call
What?
it.
What a race from Casper's as well.
I wanna tell
Kudos
you.
to him.
I wanna tell you. It's the. Oh, sorry, I forgot to Caspers. It's the first 1-2 that's gonna stay in Amethyst ever.
Ah,
That would be nice. Yeah, it
No,
was
not ever, just this season in any tier.
Okay,
this
well,
season.
shut up.
Yeah, it's good.
Didn't ask you, Mug. I didn't ask you, Mug.
1-2, boys. You had the setup, you had the pace in the race, and you made it count. You must be happy with that.
very,
Absolutely.
very happy.
It was
I-
absolutely perfect teamwork between me and Alex. It was good. I was a bit fast sometimes, but I just give him the win. He's in a championship. Now he is fighting for the championship. That's absolutely important. And yeah, it was good, man.
Why was I tight?
Yeah, I can't thank Casper's enough. It was utterly epic from him, and hopefully I can help give it back to him some way.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic race, and very happy for the team. I
You're
think.
still just within the drivers' championship. You're 26 points behind. You're
Yep.
gonna need a Lewis Hamilton 2008 kind of miracle.
What I need is to for Balaj to not score any points, I believe.
Yeah,
And
you
Halsey
need
as well.
Balash and Halsey
Too.
not score points, and you need to win with fastest lap.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is not going to go very well. But either way, I appreciate just being in the final round.
And
Race
Casper,
ban and still somehow in it.
you both had the points. You both really had the points there. The points pace.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah,
Pace. Yeah, it was my pace. I think overall my pace was a bit faster than Johnson's was, because I was gaining every time and I was just lifting a bit in the corners. But there was no reason for me to overtake him, and he's still in the championship now. With the chance that he's gonna win is really small, but we're gonna see. And yeah, I'm overall pretty happy what happened in the sprint race. First sprint race was good, good massive start. But yeah, pretty unlucky that it was restarting. Then got a bit a bit better start. It got spun out. I spun out by myself one time and just get up to P3. And it was really epic to start in P3 after the sprint race with 2 spins. That was really epic. And yeah, really happy to see that Johnson is still in the championship.
And Fox, you wanted to say something there?
Oh my god.
yeah. I meant to say kudos to Caspers. He drove an amazing race. Brilliant recovery in the sprint. I think hats off to him. But in my defense, I was saving fuel for the entirety of the last stint, so my pace was a bit off. But I do agree, Caspers was very, very quick this race, and I think both of us were. So I think it's very well deserved.
You are 18. Williams, with today's results, take home the Constructors' Championship. You're 18 points behind McLaren with 1 race to go.
19 with the fastest lap.
19 actually, because Byland on 6 lap old softs put a stonking lap in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should be able
On
to
way
say
less
that.
fuel than Casper's as well, though.
I'm gonna search Biden. Yeah, GG. But yeah.
Brazil, the final race of the season. Are you boys looking forward to it?
No. Not at all.
Yeah. To I don't know. Maybe
You know what we found out today?
yeah, we
In
could
the
do the
past,
same.
I have had the worst luck at Brazil. Second
Oh
of all,
yeah.
Caspers may not even be able to make it, which is going to be grand.
Wow.
Yeah. By the way, Netherlands Argentina going to pens now.
Oh boy. Anyway, is there anything else you boys would like to add before we go to Max and P3?
Max is in tears.
Had a good day. See you next week.
Well,
Martin.
well raced, boys. Congratulations on the 1-2. And hopefully we will see you both next Friday.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. See you, mate.
in a bit.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Martin.
Yeah?
Martinez has saved 2 penalties in a row. Messi has scored, so it's 1-0 to Argentina.
Oh my. And we're going to bring Max up now.
He's not here.
He is. Oh, it's Byland.
Yeah.
He's got a McLaren profile picture. He threw me off.
Yeah.
Fastest lap.
again.
You stole that right at the death.
But you're all over exaggerating it. You didn't see that I pitted just a lap before,
Oh.
so
we may have possibly missed that.
yeah, you did probably because you're saying I was on 6 lap old so
I didn't see you pit again, but you pulled
I
that
pit
last.
26. I mean,
You pulled it out where it counted and steal the fastest lap point. Must be happy with that.
yeah, 1 extra point because I had some internet issues mid session today. Right when I was gonna pit lap 20, I got internet connection issues, or was it? No, it was 18, and I got back lap 20, and Yuli was right at my back, so I lost probably like a whole pit stop because of the internet crash. So yeah, I was quite pissed off.
But once again, you had a brilliant battle with Britain at the start for P7,
Yeah,
and then
Britain,
you went for a very interesting strategy per se.
it would have been better if I could have completed it, but I sadly didn't because I wanted to pit for mediums actually. So just wanted to stay out longer because I know the mediums are shit at America. So yeah, just wanted to hold on for those hards as long as possible.
Once again, though, bringing some points home for Red Bull. You must be happy about that.
Of course, I'm happy about it, but still I'm pissed off because yeah, lost many points today.
Is there anything
1
else
point
you'd
is
like? Ooh.
1 point is better than none points.
2
so
points,
2
two
points.
points.
I don't remember where I finished.
2 points.
An extra point is better than no extra point.
Exactly. Yeah, but we move on, and we race again next week.
Brazil.
So, yeah, Brazil is mediocre track for me. It's not neither good or bad. So
It is an OG track, though.
it is, but I'm having some issues on that track. So, yeah,
Well,
won't
is there
probably be
anything,
as good.
anything
As,
else you'd like to add, though, Byland?
No, yeah, just some great racing between the drivers today. Especially kudos to those who actually raced the last bit of the race, even though it took such a long time for to start today. So
Again, apologies for that.
yeah, it's no worries.
Anyway, if that is all being said, I think we will wrap it up here today.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for joining us up here today, Byland. Congratulations on the points of Red Bull. Every point is important.
Exactly.
So, it's been me, Martin, and I've been joined today by...
Me, Duckert.
Thank you very much for joining. It's been a 3-hour slobber knocker of an event.
We've
And
had
we
our
hope
fun.
to see you in 2 days' time for the Tier 2 race around COTA. Goodbye.
I just wanna feel like this. I just wanna feel like this. I just wanna feel like this forever. I love it when my feet don't touch the ground, touch the ground. Don't wanna let these colors fade, kaleidoscopes inside my head. Just wanna feel like this. Just wanna feel like this forever. I just wanna feel like this. I just wanna feel like this. I just wanna feel like this forever. I love it when my feet don't touch the ground, touch the ground. Don't wanna let these colors fade, kaleidoscopes inside my head. Just wanna feel like this. Just wanna feel like this forever.